Welcome to Morningstar News. Have a quick one for you again, kind of a follow-up on yesterday's video with regards to censorship and Trump being banned from social media, all social media at this point basically. So let's get into it. So Parler is an app, or could you say was an app, on the Google Store and Apple Store, which has since been removed. But basically Parler was, they were trying to compete with Twitter, I guess, is who they were saying their competition was. But basically what they say is Parler is a free speech social media app. And so basically they're getting in trouble because they allow people to say a lot of things, free speech. They allow people to say whatever they want. Obviously, there are some limitations in moderation, but that was getting them into hot water. So the free speech social network was first removed by Google a couple of days ago from the Play Store, and then Apple, they gave the Parler app people 24 hours to make modifications to how they moderate their content. Even before that 24 hours was up, the app was removed from the Apple Store. It actually, after it was removed from the Google Play Store, it got really popular. So I think that this article says, if you look in the description, there were 500,000 downloads the day after Google shut it down from the Apple Store. So yeah, big boost in popularity. And then, like I said, before the 24 hours was up, Apple removed it from the store. So people obviously still had these apps on their phones, but here's the kicker. Amazon, where the Parler app uses as their web hosting, Amazon is shutting them down. So even if you have the app, unless Parler does something, which it doesn't look like they're going to be able to, it's being shut down basically. So that's something. Now, obviously, Parler can try and find alternative hosting, but Amazon said they're gonna boot them off tonight. So I'm not sure how fast they can, find alternative hosting and get it transferred unless, someone is really motivated to help them out with this. So it looks like, Parler is being shut down. What it basically boils down to is a lot of people on Parler were using it to, promote, suggest violence and crime and things like that. And it was one of the networks that people during the insurrection on January 6th were using to communicate. People are saying it's been going on for a while and it's been out there, but people are taking a closer look at it now, and they feel it needs to be shut down. And so here we are. Google, Apple, Amazon cutting them off. We just wanted to give you a quick update on that. I know we hadn't mentioned it by name in the last video, Parler, so they're being shut down. And this again goes back to censorship and freedom of speech. But Google, Apple, Amazon, they're within their right to do this, I feel. But at the same time, people are going to find other avenues. There are other avenues out there that already exist. So, they're shutting this down, but, this is going to pop up somewhere else, especially now that, Trump has been banned and censored on everything. And apps are being shut down and moderated. People are going to find alternatives, go out and make alternatives even, because, corporations shouldn't have this kind of power, to censor people like this. Facebook, Twitter, they can just, they're the holders of, the speech on these platforms, and they decide, you know, who can say what and whatnot. Again, lawmakers are getting in on this a little bit, but yeah, it's in the hands of corporations right now. So yeah, that's all we've got for you today. I'm curious what you guys think about this. I'm calling it censorship because I feel like that's kind of what it is. And at the same time, just to reiterate, we feel like they're within their right to do it. It's their platforms, it's their servers, and everything like that. But I'm curious what everybody else thinks about that. So that's all we've got for you today. Take care